No matter who's in charge, when you've got so many new faces coming at the same time, it's an almost impossible task to get them to click straight away.
I don't think so, Dan. I think when you see the job that Thomas Tuchel come in after stepping in from Frank Lampard, he won the Champions League, so I expect more. I thought they were brilliant.
He didn't have the same situation, though, Don. He didn't have a whole new team thrust at him and 30-plus squad.
True. I mean, like Xhaka, I watched this game today, and I thought for the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I thought Chelsea were irresistible. I thought there was a couple of offside goals that went in West Ham's favour, which they were offside, but I thought Chelsea are going to cruise this. And then I was watching the game with a pal of mine, and it was 1-0. And I thought, if you can get to sort of an hour and you're only 1-0 down or 1-1, I never feel as though Chelsea have got it in them towards the end of the game to push for the win. You know, it's almost like they need to be 2 or 3 clear and then just relax and play the nice football. Everything's a little bit pretty because they're going to get the win. When they've really got to push for it, I'm not sure it's in their locker yet. Not with Kai Havertz leading the line. They've not got that prolific striker. They've got beautiful players in and around him. But I never feel as though they're ruthless enough. And it might take a little bit of time. But I just watch them and think, I'm not sure you're ruthless. I'm not sure you've got that. You know, I work with Michael Owen, for example, and he keeps telling me, he said, strikers have got to be ruthless. In front of goal, you've got to have that. You've got to have that killer edge where you're going to score 2 and 3 every game or look like you're going to score. And I watch Kai Havertz. That's not in him. He's a number 10. He's a beautiful player to watch, like João Felix. You know, we said when they signed João Felix a couple of weeks ago, when you watch João Felix as a player, I love him. He's one of my favourite players in Europe. But when you watch his output and look at his numbers, he's never scored more than 10 a season. He's not had more than 10 assists a season. So the output for some of them is just not there.
But that's not...
That's not Potter's fault.
That's not Potter's fault, I would imagine, because I don't imagine Graham Potter went... Well, he was landed with Havertz, he was landed with Aubameyang. I don't imagine he's been landed with pretty much most of these players. Yeah. Not to say they're not good players. There'll be those out there who say, well, you get on with it. And that's pretty much what he said after the game. The interesting thing will be the patience aspect from the board, the ownership, because it's probably going to take some towards the end of the season and the summer and a whole pre-season training to filter all this out in the washing. And I just don't... I couldn't answer that question, whether he's going to get that and whether, even if he gets it, he can turn this ship around. Those are all questions that still have to be answered, but certainly at the moment it's kind of mediocre at best, apart from the start of this game.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.